Let's be real for a second. In today's economic climate, it feels like uncertainty is the only thing you can count on. You've got inflation, supply chain madness, labor shortages. Trying to make big decisions for your business can feel like you're flying a plane with no instruments, just flying blind. But what if you could flip that? What if you could turn all that uncertainty into a clear, decisive advantage? Well, the first step is asking yourself one really critical question.
Seriously, think about that. When the stakes are this high, when you're making calls that affect your team, your money, your company's entire future, are you just going with your gut, relying on a few stories you've heard, or what you think the market is up to? In a world this volatile, that's a massive, massive risk.
So you've basically got two ways you can steer the ship. On one side, you have guesswork. You know what that is. It's risky, it's based on random stories, and honestly, it's usually outdated. But then, there's foresight. This is a whole different game. It's based on hard evidence, it's objective, and it gives you a stunningly accurate picture of what's coming down the road. This isn't about just getting by. This is about setting yourself up to dominate.
And that's really the core idea here, isn't it? What if you could take all that economic chaos and actually make it your secret weapon? What if there was a tool that could do exactly that for you?
Well, that tool is real. It's the Metal Trading Institute's Sales Forecasting Program, and you can think of it as your data-driven compass in the middle of an economic storm. It's designed specifically to give you that clarity, that foresight we're talking about.
Now, just look at this number for a second, 94.7%. According to our partners, the world-renowned firm ITR Economics, that's the accuracy rate for seeing economic trends a full year into the future. Let that sink in. This isn't some shot in the dark. This is incredibly accurate, data-driven forecasting. So here's how it works. This is an exclusive tool just for MTI members. You submit your sales data, and don't worry, it's totally secure and confidential, and the program works its magic. It turns your numbers into these powerful insights. You get benchmarking reports, market trends, and long-range forecasts that are tailored specifically for our industry.
And you really need to understand the value here because this is huge. If you were to go out and try to buy this kind of institutional-grade forecasting on your own, you'd be looking at a bill for around $50,000. But through MTI, this incredibly strategic tool is just part of your membership.
So, keeping that in mind, let's talk about how this actually gives you a strategic advantage. This is about so much more than just a bunch of numbers on a page. This is how you turn raw data into market dominance.
The benefits here are real and they are powerful. Right away, you stop the guesswork. You can finally benchmark your performance against the competition, plan your big investments with confidence, and seriously improve your company's financial health. Plus, and this is a big one, you gain major credibility with lenders and help build accountability with your whole team.
And this is how you stop operating in a vacuum. The program lets you see exactly how your own company's sales growth and market share stack up against the regional and even national averages. Are you crushing it, or are you falling behind? This data gives you the objective, no-nonsense answer so you can set goals based on facts, not feelings.
And listen, this isn't just a hypothetical perk. Just think about trying to get a line of credit when the market is shaky. As this shows, actual members have used these third-party backed reports to get the financing they need even during a downturn, because it gives banks and investors unshakable confidence in their plan.
Okay, so you get it. You see the power in this program, but how do you actually put it to work? Honestly, it's way simpler than you might think. Here's your 5-step playbook for turning all this amazing insight into real-world action.
First up, and this is crucial, you have to be consistent. Submit your sales data every single month without fail. Second, make these reports a non-negotiable part of your management meetings. Third, share the key takeaways with your entire leadership team so everyone's on the same page. Fourth, use those benchmarks to constantly push for improvement. And finally, use the forecast to make those smart, forward-thinking calls on big investments.
Which brings us to the bottom line here. Using this program, it's not just another thing to check off your to-do list. It is a fundamental, strategic choice that every single leader has to make about how they want to run their business.
It really all comes down to this choice right here. You can take the reactive path, continue flying blind, making gut feel decisions, and just hoping you survive the next downturn. Or you can choose the strategic path. You can arm yourself with clear foresight, make data-driven decisions, and position your company not just to survive, but to absolutely thrive.
The data is right there. The tool is available to you as an MTI member. So the only question left is, which path are you going to choose?